Welcome to Module 1.4 of the lesson, The Importance of Well-Being in the Workplace, entitled Conceptualizing the Indicators of Well-Being at the Workplace. In this module, we will explain the model described by Fisher, which will allow us to identify the most important indicators of well-being in the workplace. In addition, we will review the comments that some researchers made about what well-being means to them when we conducted various focus groups as part of this project. So let's start with Fisher's conceptualization, as this model gives a great overview of the main indicators of well-being that we need to consider. Well-being at work can be depicted as a series of interrelated concentric circles, representing different dimensions of overall well-being. In this model, the innermost circle represents positive affect, which refers to the pleasant moods and emotional states experienced during working. This circle is contained within the circle of subjective well-being, which includes negative affect and cognitive evaluations of job satisfaction or similar attitudes. Finally, the third circle includes, in addition to the integration of the previous two circles, eudaimonic well-being and social well-being, which emphasizes a sense of purpose and connection at work. As you can see, this model identifies three dimensions of well-being that are consistent with the three components that represent well-being in general, as we explained in previous modules. The following slides describe the different indicators of the three dimensions of well-being. The first dimension is subjective well-being, also known as hedonic or emotional well-being. Subjective well-being includes positive attitudes toward work and the experience of high positive affect and low negative affect. It includes indicators such as job satisfaction, which is similar to life satisfaction, and refers to employees' cognitive judgments of their work experience. Another indicator of well-being is organizational commitment, which refers to the degree to which employees identify with the goals and values of the organization or feel part of the organizational family. Another important indicator of well-being is positive affect, which is defined as the pleasant mood and enthusiasm that employees experience. One particular construct that contributes to positive affect is vigor, which is defined by feelings of physical strength, emotional energy, and cognitive vibrancy. Eudaimonic well-being includes several indicators, such as job involvement that refers to an individual's identification with work and the degree to which one's self-esteem is based on one's current role. Work engagement, which is described as a positive and fulfilling attitude that is characterized by vigor, dedication, and absorption, which refers to the complete focus on tasks without being aware of the passing of time. Thriving is also an important indicator, which refers to a sense of growth in one's job and progress toward self-actualization. Other indicators of eudaimonic well-being include other concepts, such as flow, which refers to the pleasant state of being fully engaged in a challenging task that allows for an uninterrupted rhythm of work. Another one is intrinsic motivation, which is characterized by feelings of pleasure, interest, and enjoyment experienced during work, and which satisfies needs for competence and mastery. Meaning at work is another indicator of eudaimonic well-being, that is defined as the feeling of fulfillment that comes from performing tasks that are considered important. And finally, calling at work, which refers to the perception of the inherent meaning of one's job. Social well-being is another dimension that refers to the fact of fostering quality relationships, creating a safe and positive environment. As mentioned previously, social well-being is closely related to eudaimonic well-being, as maintaining positive social relationships can promote engagement in one's job. There are several indicators of social well-being, such as having satisfying relationships, both with colleagues and with managers. Similarly, giving and receiving social support would be another indicator of social well-being. In several focus groups that we conducted as part of the GEMMA project to several researchers, we asked the following question: how would you personally define well-being at work? Let's see their answers. Overall, researchers define well-being in terms of the three-dimensional dimensions highlighted by Fisher's conceptualization. First, they emphasize that well-being is about feeling satisfied or happiness, which refers to the hedonic dimensions of well-being. Second, they emphasize that they achieved well-being when they had a task that was in line with one's values and felt progress and growth, which reflects the psychological or eudaimonic dimension. Finally, they said that well-being at work also includes being in a good atmosphere and feeling appreciated by colleagues, which refers to social well-being. Moreover, it should also be noted that we found variability in the level of satisfaction among researchers when we asked about this. Have you thought about what well-being means to you? We invite you to do so. We hope that you have learned about the main dimensions of well-being at work. In the next lesson, we will review the theoretical framework of the GEMMA project, where we will explain the main predictors of well-being and the strategies to change them through different competencies. See you in the next module.